Hi, folks. How are you? Hopefully, you're having a great Tuesday. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to find my live here and get me sprinkled out a little bit. Let's see. All right. Go to a few little groups here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully everyone's having a great Tuesday. I'm changing my time just slightly. I'm going to start to be live instead of right at noon. I'm going to go live at hold on, let me get myself situated here. At 10 minutes after 12. And then that way gives me time to finish a meeting, get off said meeting, get down here, get myself set up. Unlike today, I ran into, we're doing something new. So I ran and picked up some different colors for what we're doing. And I accidentally locked, well, I didn't lock, I shut the door. And Yo-Yo was in the bedroom. So Kai starts throwing a fit. As soon as I get down here, Kai's throwing a fit because, of course, Yo-Yo is upstairs trying to get out. So there we go. So I had to run upstairs to let him out. Obviously left paint. Oh, there we go. It was being all kind of like sticky. My brush was, but it's okay now. All right. Hopefully everyone is having a good day. I forgot to send out my reminder. So we'll see who is on and who is not. If you know, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I am going to turn down. You can join my Remind app and my or my Telegram, which it allows for me to send a message to you that I am live or going to be live. Usually I get about somewhere between 15 to 10 minutes time. I like to. Sometimes it's a little less if my day gets away from me. Obviously, today I completely blew the whole thing because I didn't send out any. So we'll see. We'll see who joins. I could send out one real quick, like live now, join me. That doesn't get much of a heads up, but maybe I'll do that and see. At least there'll be one person on instead of just me. I gotta change that water. Whew, water. Kind of getting stagnant-y smelling. I don't know. Normally I don't do that, but it's been a little while since I've changed that water. It's just all of a sudden like I'm smelling it. I'm like, I hate the smell of stagnant water. It really bothers me. Let's see. Did it copy it? Yeah, I did. I'm just going to say live now. Live now. Nothing like last minute notice, right? It's okay. It won't cut into our 20 minutes of painting. We have not started the clock yet. We'll do that right after I get this sent out. At least it is. Pardon me. Okay, at least some notice went out. And folks can hop on if they're free. If not, I totally get it. All right, let me get back to where I was. There we go. Anyway, hopefully, so we're going to start a new painting today for the 20 minutes of Paint With Me. My desk is too small, guys, especially when I have something this big. So I need a March painting for one of my paint party places. They wanted a leprechaun, and leprechaun kind of slash gnome looking. So I remembered that I think it was last year we painted this little guy. He's still hanging on the wall behind me. You can see him there. We did this on a small, like 8x10. And so I'm going to turn this, I'm going to change it slightly. Hey, Dee, how are you? I'm going to change it slightly, and we're going to make this into a 16 by 20 paint party painting. Okay. So similar to our gnome, we're going to just go ahead and start with the background. I'm going to get us our timer started here. I'm going to just turn this off and back on because it had started already, and then I turned it back up because I wasn't quite ready. And I'm going to actually use, Hauser light green. I think that's what I want. And white for our background. And we're going to do kind of a similar thing that we did for our gnome a little bit. I'm going to use white instead of that one's empty. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm not going to use white because that seems to be a little bit on the empty side. But no, I have some here. And then we're going to just do a varied green background. I'm just going to grab both colors on my brush. I don't really care. I'm not really mixing. I am kind of loading my brush and then just kind of like dabbing. And so it doesn't really matter. I want it to be light green. I don't want it to be very dark, obviously, because I want my dark greens to pop. But I want it to have a little bit of a green effect. Anyway, hopefully everyone's having a great Tuesday. Hopefully you had a good weekend. I did. I didn't get hardly anything done I wanted to get done, but I did have a good, relaxing, and joyful weekend. I had off yesterday. It was pretty nice day. I didn't get done near what I wanted, but that was kind of my choice, which probably wasn't the smartest choice in the grand scheme of things. You know, you want to be like, oh, well, I'm, giving myself time to relax, time to whatever. Yeah, that's great. Except for you don't get shit done, or you don't get stuff done. Sorry. Sorry. I don't normally make that mistake. But I've been a little like looking at my to-do list today going, Amanda, you needed to do what you said you were going to do this weekend. So it's kind of gotten me overwhelmed today. So excuse me for for saying that, because I normally do not say that when I am live. In my defense, I usually refer to everything I have to get done that way. But anyway, that's why it just came out like that. So, pardon. Anyway. So this is what happens when you say, and I even like had this conversation with someone about never doing that. I was talking about another platform and, just some of their rules around that. And I was like, well, don't have to worry about that because I never do that. And then there you go. Slipping. Hi, Jimmy. How are you? Anyway. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend and got your stuff you needed to get done. unlike me. Sunday they had canceled church because they were calling for some bad weather, and we did get a little bit of mixed precipitation, and we did get a little bit of maybe some snow. It didn't even like hardly settle before it just went away, melted. But my church has a lot of elderly people, majority of elderly people, and they just erred on the side of caution and just canceled, so no one had to risk the potential, because it was like in this area it was like slated to start like soon as Sunday school started, so they could have gotten there, and then maybe it had been dangerous leaving at the time church was over at noon. And so that was, I feel like, a very smart call on their part not to do that. We're just getting a little green on here. That's right. Do as I say, not as I do. That's right. As soon as you say, oh, I'm good about not doing, or I'll never do that, then that moment appears when that happens, and you're like, well, I had to go bragging. So, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a bad word. It is classified as a bad word, but not in the grand scheme of what could have been said. Like, if you're just joining me, I accidentally said the S word by mistake. I was talking about my list of things I did not get done over the weekend. And even yesterday, because of course the weekend was like, oh, I'm off Monday. I have Monday to do that. Yeah. Except for you didn't do it on Monday. So I did do a couple of things finally later last night. Or later yesterday, I should say. Not really last night, but anyway. Oh, me. It's just life, right, guys? I'm pretty sure we're all adults here. Anyway. Anybody do anything fun over the weekend? I did not do really anything much. I did not hurt myself. I can tell you that. So just a light green background. I'm going to go ahead and grab my edges, though I probably will go over my edges. I'm not too concerned with it. I probably will go over my edges with a darker color, I'm thinking. I want to get him on and see what he looks like, and then we'll figure out the rest. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dry this just because I don't want to take the time for it to dry. When this becomes a paint party painting, I'll actually have it sketched out, and then the background is just what's left, right? So it doesn't take them as long to do, because I will have that already sketched out. And so when you hop on, say hi, tell me that you're here. Let me see that you are here. Tell me, do you love painting? Do you want to learn how to paint more? Are you growing your skills, whatever they may be? This is 20 minutes of paint with me, which is based on the rule of 100, which says 100 hours, which says if you do something for 18 minutes a day, you'll be 95% better than when you started. And I say if we do something for 20 minutes, because we do this Monday through Friday. Now, I did not do this yesterday because it was a holiday. And I typically do not go live on holidays. And so it was Martin Luther King Day. It was also inaugurational day. So I did not go live yesterday. And anyway, but Monday through Friday for 20 minutes a day to improve, to become 95% better than when I started. I'm not trying to be 95% better than anyone in my field. I don't care about, I do care about people in my field. I'm not saying that, but I'm not comparing myself to them, right? And so I am just comparing myself to me and my skills of where I'm at, and then doing this every day for 20 minutes and seeing like where I'll be in after 100 hours, right? So this is day 5 of 2025. We started this in 2024, and I think we got to 70 some days because it started late in 2024. But I don't remember the actual day number. I'd have to go back and look, but I restarted the count in January for those that may just want to like set this as I won't say a New Year's resolution as much as just like a nice tea, right? We all know painting is therapy, it's relaxation, there's all kind of things it does for our health and our well-being. And just 20 minutes a day, even if you're like, I don't care about like getting better, I just care about feeling better and not necessarily being a better painter. You can still join in 20 minutes a day, and yes, you will still see improvement in your painting, but you will also see improvement in your outlook, your health, just because it does have those actual like additional benefits, right? All right, I'm relatively dry. I'm dry enough that we can start to sketch something on. Now you will see there are areas in this painting where you can, well, focus. I don't know if you can see it, where you can still see canvas painting poking through. And that's totally okay with me. I will cover it all up, but I don't know what's going to get painted and what's not. So I'm not focusing on that and putting like a lot of paint down. We're just going to go ahead and draw our little guy on here. This is, again, a painting I did. He's right back there. I think it was last year. And I'm going to turn this into a painting for the local brewing company that I do paint parties for. And so I'm going to make him a little bigger. Obviously he's got to be bigger, but I'm going to make his body a little bigger because there's going to be 2 options for this paint party. One will be him holding a glass, a beer, like a beer mug, a glass beer mug. And then the other option, he's going to be holding a shamrock. So the painters can choose what they want him to hold. And so that's what we're going to do here. And so I'm going to just get his hat in because his hat is like the most important part of him, right? And so we're just going to sketch in his hat here. I might need to, I have it a little too high because I want to show, I need to bring this down a little bit, maybe not make it quite so big. So when I have like a sizing thing like this to do, what I do, so this is just, actually it's more than painting, right? I just work from like the known point. So I like this little curve in his hat. So we're going to keep that little curve and we're going to put that here. Something along those lines. It'll be like a little curvature there. Anyway, and then I'm going to come like this. And come down. And it might work out that it's just fine for where I had that. This is where the line is going to be across his big belt. Right here, I think that's probably good. Right here. With the belt buckle on his hat. And then his brim is going to just extend over here a little bit. And come around like so. We'll figure out where the brim ends. We got a little bit there. And then it's going to come around like this. Something along the lines of that. Definitely you are. I don't know if you can really see those lines. I know with the green, it's probably hard to see. And so, but something along the lines of that. And then we're going to get in his little, he's got a little forehead here. And some ears. He's got these long little leprechaun ears, right? He's a leprechaun. So he has to have these bigger ears. Here's one of his ears here. I'm just trying to kind of like semi-copy, I guess you would say, what I did before. Yeah, that's his little, and then we're going to put in his little face here. So he's got all this hair coming in here. And then he's going to have his little cheeks. There's his cheeks coming in. Maybe not quite that far down. Maybe a little bit up. And then his little mouth. Right there. And then his other little cheek kind of coming in like right here. We're going to just see if this works for us. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we can erase. We can cover up. Y'all know I'm totally a fan of that if we need to. There's his little mouth coming in there. And we're going to just do a little nose. He's got like a little button nose. So something along the lines of like that. And then he's got these adorable little eyes. Something like that. And then I got to figure out, like, do I want the eyes the same way? Maybe. Do I want them slightly different? Hey, Kelly, how are you? It has been too long. My eraser gets a lot too. And let me tell you, if you don't have these, go get you some. They're not that expensive. And I think you buy them in like, I think you can get them from Walmart, wherever. And they come like, I don't know, several in a pack. You can also order them, I'm sure. Polymer erasers. It's Pentel. I love these guys. I have these stashed everywhere. They literally are everywhere. I love these guys. So, yes. All right. And then he's going to have some wild hair that comes down. And then he's got his little body here. Because, of course, he is a leprechaun. So he's got, like, we're going to have little clothing on him, etc. So we're going to put this, like, cute little, I don't know what, sort of a jacket maybe on him or something. It's going to be mostly, I won't say covered up, but a lot covered up. And so he's got his little feet here. He's a little guy. He's not a very big guy, but I need room for that beer. And so I guess that's our 20 minutes for today. So we got this much sketched on. Okay. Me and all my little containers of brushes. I just spilled one of them in the floor. Bunkered down with blankets today. It's snowing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, you missed a lot of the painting part, but come back tomorrow. We will be adding paint. I'm back to my 20 minutes a day. They're going to start at 12:10. And the reason I'm doing that is just to give me minutes after meetings, etc. like that, just to get down here and get my stuff organized and all. And because right at 12 it's really hard if I have a meeting that's going to 12, and oftentimes our meetings run slightly over, and it's just easier if I say, okay, we're going to start every day at 12:10. We're going to paint for 20 minutes, and I am doing a couple of, these are really large, or I don't want to say really large, but large 16 by 20s, because it's going to be a paint party painting. And this little guy here, I may actually drop his feet down a little bit. I don't want them all the way to the bottom, but I do need to give myself enough room to either put a really large shamrock or a beer, mug of beer in his hand. This is for a local brewing company for their March paint party. So we're going to give him a little more body, and I'm going to do that now, and then we can figure out the rest tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sad, Deep. Well, I don't have many people on, number one, so that's probably why. But anyway, that's okay. And I will see you all tomorrow at 12:10. I will remember to send out my Remind app reminder, as well as my Telegram. If you are not on there, you can just put, if you put exclamation remind or exclamation Telegram, I think, or maybe it's just remind. I send you the links to both. I can't remember what I do. I think it's just if you do hashtag or exclamation remind, you'll get the links to join those, and then you'll get the notifications. Anyway, you'll have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you all tomorrow for another 20 minutes of Paint with me. Y'all have a great day. Bye.